Hi everyone, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today I'm going to be doing Hulk. Close up on his face, so real aggressive shouting. Hulk, excited for Endgame, looking forward to it. So we're going to start right in the middle of our page. So we're going to start with his big frowns, sort of crinkly forehead, like lots of lines. So we're going to start right in the middle, just with the center of that frown. So just a line like that. Middle of your page. Ooh. About here. Right? So then this curves this way, and then we'll do the next line. So it's another frown line this way, another one this way. You don't have to be too precious about it, it can be bumpy. This one is going to come this direction. Okay, and this one will go this direction. So this is his middle of his head, and these go out to eyebrows and his big forehead up here. So we'll keep going on the right side first. So this crinkles up, and then this curves around to his eyebrows. So this curves up like this, real long. So it goes all the way around like that. So it's like a hook, like a fishing line hook. And then we're going to make the bottom thicker, so it's comes up and gets thin at the end, and in there is real dark. So his eye is in under there, so he's frowning, so he's real aggressive, so his eye is kind of covered by his eyebrow, but we can see the bottom eyelid curves up this way, comes in, and then comes around here. In there then we can see his iris, so it's just round, sort of touches the bottom of his eye here, and then we have a dot for pupil, and then there's like a shine. You could draw it in or color it in after. The pupil and then a shine kind of there. We can see sort of lines for eyelids and things, so a line there for eyelid, and then a line underneath just coming around here, up there. We'll come over and we can do the other eye, and then we'll add the nose, the mouth, and then the face, and then we'll add all the details for the veins in his forehead and stuff. So this one again, so pretty similar to this side. So it's going to have another bump that comes up to his eyebrow. So this one's going to come off up here, hooks up again. Doesn't have to be exactly the same as the other one. This one comes up and around to here. So maybe slightly straighter, maybe. It can be if it doesn't have to be identical. This is dark, all inside. And we have his other eye just under here, so kind of similar to this one. This comes out this direction, comes down, comes around and in under here, and then maybe a line in there. We can see his iris then, just kind of, we can see less of it than this one, so it's just a bit narrower. And then there's a pupil just in there, kind of covered by the eyebrow bit, and then maybe a shine just up here again. And we can add sort of bumps and ridges for eyelid, like over there, coming down maybe this side, some underneath. Like that. Right, we'll go back into his nose, and then we'll add some more of the shapes for that. So then coming down from this line here, we're going to do the side of the nose there, and we can do the same pretty much over here. Then this comes in, real big nose. Then this comes in, just like that. Then we have some more bumps in the middle. Just lines to describe those bumpy ridges of his nose. Then we have his nostrils. So this sort of comes around here, comes down, and then the same over here, comes around, comes down, and these kind of come in towards the center a bit more, like that. Kind of sketchy lines are good for this, just to show wrinkles and things like that. So kind of like, you know, real light kind of lines, kind of like that. Then he has nostrils just in here, so sort of round shapes like this. Another one on this side, and they're dark inside, like that. And then just the bottom of his nose, just underneath those nostrils, just there. Maybe another line underneath to show it's got a bottom to it. And then the nostril lines come in a bit more, kind of like that. It's a real big flat nose, like a boxer's nose, like he's after, it's been broken a few times. And then there's like various lines just for wrinkles coming in from his face, just to show that it's that he's, you know, snarling and growling and real angry and aggressive and stuff. So all those wrinkle lines just there. Now, so we can go down and do his mouth. So real big mouth, real wide, open. So we'll do along the top first. Real big, that's the top. Then it comes down this way. And then down this side. Make this a bit wider actually, just there. This comes down here. It's kind of his lip, and then we have another line just coming down here, underneath his teeth. And up to here. Real wide, big mouth. Then we have teeth, a line for top teeth, just here. We can see maybe some lines just under the lip, just there for that. And maybe a little line just on top for the top lip. And over here too. So his tongue just comes in down under there. Just like that. And just some little lines just to show the top of it, just here. Maybe some hatching under the teeth. So then, so his teeth go, we can see the teeth going around the back of his mouth. So it sort of starts here and here on the other side. And then these come in all the way to here. Kind of bumpy, you gotta make these ones bumpy, kind of at the back. And then they come across underneath the tongue here, real big and kind of flat looking. So like say this one here, kind of comes up a bit, comes down this direction, down a bit, up, across. Real flat big teeth. Go down, dip down a bit, you know, just adding various bumps and things. And then in around here is like all black. So we'll color that in. So then coming in under here, we have his gums for his bottom teeth. So we can see those, they come in around here. So we have one here, and then this spikes up in a triangle sort of way. comes down around. Spike here, spiking up. So it's his gums, you know, big one in the middle, big one here, curving around, spiking around, all the way up and then into the back of his mouth. And of course these are all black. Well, they could be like a dark green if you wanted. Now, so then we can just add some details in those back teeth. So just sort of square box-like shapes, just to make them look like those back teeth. You can do these many different ways. People will get the idea when they look at it. And maybe there's just one tooth that like sticks up here, pointy. No, line maybe down there. That line's coming up the middle. There. Here. And then some box-like shapes here. Right, so then his chin, just down here, straight line. And then this is going to come up the side of his face. This. Don't worry about keeping it straight, he's got a really big bumpy face. So this will come up to his jaw, which kind of juts out a bit here. Comes up, juts out then. Then this comes back in up towards his eyebrow. Just up to here, and then this curves around his eyebrow like that. So his brow sticks out with a sort of caveman-like face. This curves up again, and then he's a bit that kind of sticks out on this side, and then another bit that sticks out around his eyebrow here and comes up around it, and the same here. Now, so we'll add some kind of details into his face. So let's say down on his chin, right? So he has lines just for the bottom lip, kind of some curving lines, spiking up. So these are all adding sort of texture lines to his face and things. See that? Just giving detail to his mouth and stuff. Some lines coming in towards his nose, just to show his cheeks. In around here. Coming up. They don't have to be the same on both sides, like exactly or anything. One coming up here. Maybe some coming in here just for his jaw, kind of just here. Here. Some under his eye. Wrinkles, it's kind of bumps and wrinkles and things. And we'll put some more under his eye over here. Coming up again towards these bumps on the edge of his face, like making his skin real rough and cracked and stuff. Let's see, another one kind of here. So you could do as much of this detail as you wanted, I guess. Just showing that his skin is being pulled, and you know, as he roars, it gives the face a lot more character. So then, right, so top of his brow, so we have more of these lines for like, so the sort of bumps of his brow kind of here. Come across, we have a line up the middle of his forehead. And then some more come across on this side too. Sort of various cracked lines, just texture lines that come across to here. And if I go too fast, guys, I apologize. You can pause the video and I'll line up the middle. Now, so his ears just here. So real gnarly ears, real bumpy. He's a boxer's nose and like a rugby player's or a wrestler's ears. So lines for ligaments and stuff inside the ear. Just here, so real rough, gnarly looking ears. And then over here as well. So kinda real bumpy. Don't have to be too precious about this. And then inside as well. Kind of like that. So his hair. So he has a fringe that just comes across. So all hair that comes across here. Like this, some coming down this way. Of course his hair is black. Or really dark green. Just to there. And then it travels up around the side of his head. Comes up all around. You can add as much hair, sort of texture lines as you'd like. Just getting the general direction of it. Adding as much detail as you want. All the way around to there. And then we're nearly there, so we just have to put in his neck muscles and chest muscles and things. So we have, coming down from his hair, we have his traps. So there. And then over here too. So it's, you know, he's all hunched over, so we can see like his chest muscle coming down the middle, just there. And then his collarbone muscles and things just here, like all gnarly cracked. Coming up back in towards his neck, all the veins and stuff. So, you know, adding those in. Coming all in towards his ear. And muscles for his neck all in, coming in here. Sort of veins coming down. Add as much of these as you think he will need. So it's kind of like, you know, real squiggly lines, jaggedy lines. And then his chest, so his chest muscle is here and it comes up the same direction as his collarbone. So his collarbone is kind of here, kind of. And then his chest muscle is here. This, and then it curves this way, goes down around, goes off my page just there. You know, there's various lines for muscle coming down. And then we can do something similar on the other side. So this collarbone comes up this direction as well, real jaggedy, all the way up, kind of like, you know, fork of lightning or something. And then he has all those veins and things that go in towards his neck, just like here. So all just jaggedy tree branch kind of lines. You know, veins are kind of like tree branches. So you're trying to get that kind of shape going in towards his neck. This will probably be a long one. Some more lines just up here. Like like some spit and things coming out of his mouth. I can see. You don't really have to draw those in if you don't want to, but we will anyway. And then his chest muscle that we can see, just like on this side. So coming up from, so about here I'd say. Coming up this way, bumpy, going around that way. So like curves that way a bit. Lines there for muscles, and muscle lines going that way. Coming down in here. And so maybe some muscle lines here, just on his collarbone. This is like the fibers of his actual muscles, you know. Just thicken up maybe some of these lines just to separate them from the other lines on the page. You know, giving some shadow and things. And you know, you could add a vein or two on his forehead. Or lots of veins, depending on how you feel. Or how you think he feels. But I'm going to stop it there. I could keep going, of course. I would love to keep going. Maybe I'll keep going. No, stop. Okay. Here we go. Hulk. Close up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, share.